Hey guys, so it's a nice calm morning. I thought I'd do a quick talk about my preparations here and why I think I'm doing things the way that I'm doing. First off, I want to say thanks for people that donated a bit of money last month. I'll insert a photo here, show you some of the things I got. And some of that money went to food supplies that are going to last for this month, which gives me a bit of more money to spend on things this month. And so things are a bit of a mess. I do shower, clean up my tools, mop the floor, everything like that, clean up all the sawdust every day. But there are certain areas where I just leave stuff that I might be using currently, and stowing things is going to be a job before I go. Another thing is cleaning the hull, which hasn't been cleaned for a year. There's no anti-fouling, well, virtually no anti-fouling left. And the anti-fouling job that was there was terrible, so yeah, that's going to be like 5 or 6 days. Obviously one of the things is the hydro vane. I've just got the small sail on there now. I just want to keep it working to loosen things up and everything. But that's part of another video. I'm moving, offsetting the swim ladder to those holes you can see there, because the swim ladder is going to be useful for when I'm cleaning the hull. I'm going to get a bigger gas before I go, 12 kilos, and because it uses the camping gas regulator here, which is very useful. I should be able to get that refilled everywhere. There's a swim ladder, made new feet for the swim ladder. And here's the auto helm ST4000 and the little compartment I made for it. It opens up like that. There's also a USB socket in there, so I can put a phone in there with navigation equipment on it. And the compass is installed. It seems to be off balance a bit. It's functioning, and I calibrated it. Here we're offset about 15 degrees from north, so there's a light at the end of the seawall there, and I use that in my GPS position to calibrate the compass. Here, the stern light, I've put a little guard on it so it doesn't shine to my eyes, but it reflects off the wind steering now, so if I have time I'm going to mount it there. But now with autopilot I'm not going to have to be hand steering at night, and it's not going to matter quite as much, so that's not a really important job. Here the new vane frame is almost finished. I'm just now chamfering up the holes. You've already seen in the last video some of the work I've been doing on the foresail, which is virtually finished now. Here's the booms. Now I'm finishing the mainsail cover, which is going to take a bit of time, but it was almost ready, and I'm installing a new boom anyway, so it's it's not essential for sailing, but I might as well have got it done now. Now here is going to be 2 battens for the foresail. It's the offcut of wood that I made the booms with. I may not do this now. This is small enough so that I can store it inside the mainsail covers. However, this longer one here is going to be the top batten for the mainsail, and that's too long. I'm extending it so that I can have a sheet span on it, and that's going to be too long to fit anywhere. So I think I might have to finish that before setting off and install it. But it won't take too long, I could do a rough job on it, but that's just making things more difficult for future me. I don't like to do, there's no such thing as a temporary job, it's just a permanent job that's not good enough, and that you're going to have to do again at some point. I installed that vent in case I have to close the fore hatch, but now I don't have to go hove to at night time. I'll be sailing downwind. I can probably keep the fore hatch open, which would be great. So yeah, I mean, this side of the deck is all messed up. I need to make a new stanchion sometime, but I'll be wearing a harness, and I'll clip into the topping lifts. I did install jack lines, but I needed the webbing to finish the thing here, and the topping lifts are probably even stronger than that webbing anyway. So yeah. Oh, here's the PVC tubes that are going to be the battens for the mainsail cover. And you can see there the temporary repair that I made for the fore boom, which broke on the way down here. There was a fitting point there for the topping lifts, which also coincided with a knot in the wood, and the strap eyes they used to fit it were just screwed straight in, no seeker flex or anything, so it was rotten inside. But I fixed that at sea, it was no problem. It works all the way here, but obviously we're going to have these new booms. I painted them white because firstly it's just pine, it's nothing special. It might look nice varnished for a while, but after a few months it's never going to be the same, so might as well just start off with paint. Underneath there's some zinc primer, which has some antimicrobial, antifungal properties, will protect the wood, and then 2 coats of marine, 1 part white on top of that. And so yeah, there's the main boom broke also, but because I didn't need and it was already broken when I got it, that big ugly repair there was what the previous guys had done to fix it, but because I didn't need the whole mainsail going downwind anyway, I just lashed the bottom 2 battens to the boom and carried on sailing. That also was no problem at all, really. The boom's not so important on junk rig. So yeah, let's just go inside. I've got a list in there for the jobs I've got to do. Obviously stowage, shopping, stocking up on the water is all an important part. So yeah, I've got to clean the kayak and everything. The house battery I'm going to remove probably, but there might still be some life in it. I'm debating that, but it's a good 40 kilos, and we're trimmed slightly to port, and I've put the battery to port. So, and there's also some lead ballast on that side, so I'm going to move that around. Radar reflector was getting in the way of everything on the mast, so I'm going to fix it to the Burgee Halid on the main. These are the bottles I've got in preparation for filling up on water. I've got a few more, thanks to Sailing Vessel Tomorrow for giving me those, because I just drink the tap water here, it's not too bad. And here is my storage space for things, tools I'm using, and I'm not going to put away yet. This is the nylon that I got I make a flag and the sail for the vane. So yeah, I'd like to make a net to keep the laptop storage. The lee cloths have got to go up. I really want to do laundry. It's really nice to have fresh bedding and fresh clothes at sea. With a bit of organisation, it's possible to be quite civilised at sea. I'd like an extra fan. I don't want to use the 240 volt one because I need the power. Toilet, the motor's broken, but I couldn't get the stuff I needed shipped here in time. But I've got to put everything back together so it's safe for sea. I wanted to make a net for clothes to go just here to keep them fresh, especially if I'm going to be doing laundry. This isn't an acceptable solution at sea, really, just having them hanging there. They're all going to fall off and stuff. So yeah, the fore hatch needs to be sealed a bit. Sikaflex and a neoprene gasket's probably going to do that. French, well, I was going to French Guiana, so I was going to learn French on the way. So I want to download some software for that. And I might do that anyway. Music, I'm pretty sick of my music that I've got now. I haven't downloaded new stuff for a long time. So I've got to spend a bit of data finding and downloading new music. So the gas we've already discussed. PVC pipe, I've got that. I can cross that off. So yeah. So that's pretty much everything. Yeah, laptop needs to be stowed over there somewhere. This little fan I made for a computer fan, it's better than nothing, you know, and I can also put it down here for when I'm sleeping. And it's obviously very power efficient compared to this 240 volt one. So a couple of extra things to add to this video today. And I've started trying to provision. The supplies at the shops here are kind of sporadic as to what you can get. And all this meat was on offer, 89 cents. 120. These were like €2, so relatively good, but I want the jars. And they stopped selling beans in the jars. And I want to jar up some beef. With the frozen beef here is relatively cheap. These were all 15 cents each. With this and that, I can make the kind of crappy bolognese, but it will taste good when I'm hungry at sea. This month I'm also increasing my food budget, which is one of the major sacrifices I've made over the last months. Been getting really skinny to try and get work done, but I'm now eating chicken pretty much every day. I'll make that into some kind of stew, and that will last 2 days. Trying to put on some weight and some muscle to get back, to get into shape for the passage, put on some fat hopefully. Yeah, so that's that. One more plan is I want to move down onto one of those moorings there so I can sail right out. So I've got to save some money for that. If I pay for the mooring, then he'll probably give me a tow for free. I don't fancy trying to sail past all these boats here, especially the winds here is really gusty. It shifts from over there to over here. That's basically it wraps around that mountain there, this mountain ahead of me here, and yeah, at a moment's notice it can change from one side to the other with heavy gusts. You know, it can be 15 and you'll get 35 knot gusts. So not ideal conditions for manoeuvring in tight spaces. You know, probably could do it, but it's not a risk I fancy taking. So yeah, that's that. I'll do a proper video on provisioning, obviously, close to the time, but it's time to start thinking about that too. Okay, bye.